Very much. Great job. In the meantime, we're ready to go hot rod racing out here at Stockton. We've got in the 02 car from Murphy's, Perry Jefferson. And the number 23 car. He's from Stockton. He's Dustin Himes. And the number 15 car from Modesto, Charlie Clausen. And from Antigua, in the number 3 car, Steve Hall. And the number 43 car. From Lodi, that's Brian Clark. The number 75 car. He's from Stockton, that's Chad Holman. And in the 21 car from Morgan Hill, that's Tom Boland. Hey, it's the first heat race of the evening for the IB Benedict Pure Stock Division. Fine field of race cars out there. They're going to perform some daredevil stunts here in just a minute. We call it racing. I call it sometimes stunt driving. However, it is our entry-level division. Amateur division, strictly amateur division. They do not race for prize money. They race for your applause and for some trophies. That's about it. And for the pure excitement of it, and it's exciting right now. If Mark Vincelette says it's time, we're going to have a hot rod race on our hands. Rookie Dustin Himes high on the outside up front. Steve Hall follows him around, takes a look underneath, going into turn 1. Turns that car down low, stomps the throttle off the floor for the lead. Chad Holman's all over him, though, going into turn 1. Chad Holman's going to try it, going down the back chute, maybe set him up for turn 3. We'll have to wait and see what happens. See if he goes low. There he goes. Takes a look down low off of turn 4. The 3 car pushes up somewhat. Chad Holman slips underneath. Takes the lead. Rockets down the backstretch. Look at that guy go. Chad Holman has virtually checked out. Checked out, ran away from the pack, whatever you want to call it. He owns that first place piece of real estate. Six laps down, 2 to go. White flag next time around. Your winner in the 75 car. He's from Stockton. It's Chad Holman. Followed by the number 3 car of Steve Hall from Antigua. In third place from Morgan Hill in the 21 car is Tom Bowman. And in fourth place, the number 43 car, Brian Clark. Looks like it's the second IB Benedict Pure Stock. Second IB Benedict Pure Stock heat race of the evening. On the pole. On the pole, second time out this year in the number 20 car. He's from Stockton, that's Chris Whitney. On the outside of Chris in the number 92 car. From Antigua, that's Jim Llewellyn. In the big yellow truck, that's the 89 truck. He's from Stockton, that's Alan Plowman. In the number 93 car from Manteca, that's Mike Graham. The number 10 car from Lodi, Amy Sullivan. And on the outside of Amy, in the number 6 car from Galt, that's John Medina. In the back row, in the number 1 car, it's from Lodi, Michael Wint. And in the 11 car from Valley Springs, that's Tracy Boland. Talk about a few sponsors while we have a moment here. In the 20 car, Chris Whitney, he's brought to you by Advanced Towing, Garrett's Garage, Accurate Adjustments, and El Camino Tires. Number 92 car, Jim Llewellyn, brought to you by Burns Towing, Pete's Muffler, Discount Ag Parts, Costas Automotive. Special thanks to Ron McCall and Dave Belrose. And they're off. Jim Llewellyn smokes the number 20 car. Chris Whitney jumps out for the lead with his racing partner, Mike Graham, following first closely in the turn 4. Off of turn 4, it's still Jim Llewellyn. Jim Llewellyn out front. Mike Graham, Tracy Boland down the back chute. Door handle to door handle. Little bog on the back chute there. The 20 car and the 89 truck going to turn 3. Holds up to 6 car. John Medina takes a look underneath the 89 truck. Dirt drag racing 3 abreast down the front stretch here at Stockton. In the meantime, the 92 car, Jim Llewellyn, way out front. Mike Graham a little sideways off of turn 4, loses a little track position to the 11 car, Tracy Boland. Tracy Boland now with some clear running room He'll see if he can run down that 92 car. 92 car looks very strong so far. Big Jim Llewellyn's got a handle on it. He's out there counting the minutes now. Tracy Boland, very experienced though, takes a look underneath. Big Jim keeps the momentum up off of turn 4. He's got to throw that thing down way low down there in turn 1, make that car about 20 foot wide to hold off the 11 car of Tracy Boland. If Jim can just keep his momentum up. Exciting stock car racing right out here in front of your very eyes. The 11 car takes over the first position from the 92 car of Jim Llewellyn. Jim Llewellyn doing a fine job holding off the charge of Tracy Boland for some 5 laps. Now the white flag's in the air. Checker flag flies for the 11 car Tracy Boland, followed by the 92 car of Jim Llewellyn. In third place, the 93 car Mike Graham, and rounding out the top 4 in the number 6 car from Galt, John Medina. Once again, there's your winner, the 11 car, Tracy Boland. Hey, look at here. You got a lot of bang for the buck out here at Stockton. We got another I.B. Benedict Pure Stock heat race on hand. This would be counted the third one, 3 out of 4 the way I see it tonight. And the players are as follows. In the number 67 car, he's from Stockton, that's John Bird. On the outside in the 7 car from Galt, that's Eric Grafe. In the 68 car from Stockton, that's Ray Bird. And the number 4 car, he's from Stockton, he's Tom Dahl. Third row inside, that's John's wife, that's the 60 car of Stacy Medina. And the 31 car, he's from Lodi, all the way from Lodi, Jeff Hall. And the number 28 car, he'd like to thank Stacy Greenmeyer for that car. Tells me he has his about ready. Nevertheless, though, in the 28 car, you know him, you love him, that's Doug Lane. Did I say this was the third I.B. Benedict Pure Stock heat race of the night? Well, if I didn't, I'm doing it now. I.B. Benedict proudly presents the Pure Stocks out here for your enjoyment. And as soon as starter Mark Benchlet says it's all right, we're going to go racing. Tom Dahl takes a look underneath the 7 car of Eric Grafe off of turn 4. Door handle, check it out. Drag racing here at the High Bank Circle Track. You got drag racing, you got circle track racing, you got it all going out right here at Stockton. Tom Dahl wants that first place real estate over Eric Graff. Great, that is. 31 car Jeff Hall takes a peek underneath, off of 4, 3 abreast. Very seldom works, but they pulled it off. Once again, these are not professionals, strictly amateur racing here, folks. You'd never know it to look at it. Tom Dahl, your leader. Second place, Jeff Hall. Third place, Eric Grafe. Got a little oops from the 67 car off of turn 4. '67 car pulls off of the racing surface. No yellow yet. Gets it refired. Motors on down the speedway. Big bubbles, no trouble. In the meantime, the 31 car, Jeff Hall, and the number 4 car, Tom Dahl, battle it out going into turn 1. Off at 2, we got a lot of excitement off at turn 2 there. We got Stacy Medina and Doug Lane. Yellow flag flies. Five laps down, yellow flag's in the air. Looks like Doug Lane's good to go. Stacy Medina gets it fired up. They'll rejoin the pack. And starter Mark Vincelette gets the cue to Skidoo. We're ready to go. If they can pull it off lined up this time around, we're going to go racing again. But once again, they have to get all grouped up. Even Steven across the line is what we want. Just a couple of turns left. In the meantime, your leader, the 31 car, Jeff Hall. Let's see if he can pull it off. At the stripe, it's Jeff Hall. In second place in the 4 car from Stockton, Tom Dahl. In third place from Galt in the 7 car, Eric Grace. In fourth place, the 60 car of Stacy Medina. Fifth place, the number 68 car, Braybird, and following up in the 67 car, Jonathan. On the track, the 4th IB Benedict Pure Stock Heat Race of the evening, and the players are as follows. In the 70 car, that's David Holman. In the 31R car, Rodney Tripp. In the 66 car, Ken Radcliffe. In the number 5 car from Stockton, Romp and Ridge Harper. In the number 9 car from Lodi, that's Cindy Freitas. And from Galt, in the 40 car, that's Ray Davis. That's Ray Davis. In the number 8 car, he's from Stockton, that's Kenai Scantlin. And on the outside back row from Manteca, that's Danny Gabor. That's right, that's Danny Gabor. Well, let's see, Stockton, who's going to win this race? What do you think about the 70 car? David Holman, how about that? What about Rodney Tripp? We got any Rodney Tripp fans out here tonight? What about Ken Radcliffe? Did Ken bring any cheering section out here? What about Romp and Ridge? Rodney Tripp jumps out for the lead. Dave Holman, second place. Romp and Ridge Harper wants a piece of the action. Looks down low off of turn 4. Holy moly, about 4 abreast coming off of turn 4. You don't hardly do that, get away with it, but it's amazing. Skill and talent level of this IB Benedict Pure Stock Series is always amazing. Kenai Scantlin all over the number 5 car. Oh, my. Oh, my. You want to talk about a near miss? That's about as near as you're going to get right there on the back stretch. 70 car, David Holman, barely escaping disaster back there. Once again, I got to attribute the skill and talent level of these drivers to, it's just a great thing to avoid that sort of a situation. Current standings for the NASCAR Winston West Series is as follows. In first place is Mark Reed. Brendan Gaughan is in second place. In fact, Robert Stramiska, third generation Stramiska from Antica, is on the crew, the Brendan Gaughan crew. Robert just graduated midterm, and now he's working for that team part-time out of Las Vegas. In the meantime, here we go. 31R car, Rodney Tripp. Rompin' Rich on the outside. Rodney Tripp. And look at that. Rompin' Rich takes a look. Going into turn 4, off of 4. Then here's Cindy Freitas. Cindy Freitas takes a look up the middle. What's up with that? Cindy. Cindy bound and determined to make it 3 abreast off of turn 4. No, that's scary. I'm telling you, that very seldom works. Rompin' Rich off into the weeds. A big cloud of dust and a mighty high-ho silver, and he's on down the track. Cindy Freitas out front. Check it out. Kenai Scantlin. Little bump and rub there with Kenai Scantlin and Cindy Freitas. Kenai takes a look underneath. Let's see if he can pull it off. White flag's in the air. Let's see if Cindy's got what it takes. Put the metal to the pedal. Pedal to the metal. Foot to the wood. She's going to do it. It looks really good. Here's Ray Davis, though, underneath the 8 car. Oh, wow. Hey, it don't get much better than that. Great job by the number 9 car of Cindy Freitas. In second place, the number 8 car, Kenai Scantlin. For third place, the number 97 car, Danny Gabor. And rounding out the top 4 on the leaderboard, the number 40 car, Ray Davis. Hey, there's a happy camper. That gal is having too much fun out here on a Saturday afternoon. Looks like the C main event for the Ivy Benedict Pure Stocks. And the players are as follows. In the number 1 car, that's Michael Wendt. Michael's brought to you by Transmissions by Hal, Wendt Constructions, and special thanks to Grandpa. In the number 2 car, number 2 car is Brian Enos. He's brought to you by Kramer's Garage, Susie's Mexican Restaurant, and the International Worship Center. And the number 70 car, that's David Holman. He's brought to you by Leonard. Well, it just says special thanks to Leonard and Dick and wife Dina. In the number 67 car from Stockton, that's John Bird. He's brought to you by Ken Wendt, Walt Williams Plumbing, and special thanks to Mom. In the number 20 car, Chris Whitney. That's Chris Whitney. Brought to you by Advanced Towing, Garrett's Garage, Accurate Adjustments, and El Camino Tire. With special thanks to Finish Line Trophy and Sign Company. In the number 02 car from Murphy's, that's Perry Jefferson. Going to transfer 2 to the B. That's right. The first 2 to cross the stripe will go to the B main event. And if they're successful there, they will go to the A main event. So it could be that they're really going to get their bang for the buck, so to speak, out here at the high banks at Stockton 99 Speedway. That's right, it's the place to race, the place to spectate. And here they come off of turn 4. Here comes the bird guy down the back stretch. Didn't quite pull it off. Chris Whitney charges into turn 3. Gets a little piece of the 67 car. 67 car around. Takes off. Motors on down the front stretch. In the meantime, Michael Wendt out front. Brian Enos takes a look underneath off of turn 4. Michael Wendt with a tremendous amount of momentum up in the high groove. However, slips just a little bit. The number 2 car, Brian Enos, gets underneath the 1 car for the lead. It's Brian Enos, Michael Wendt, and David Holman. Now David Holman riding around there hoping that one of those guys goof up. If that is the case, then David will go to the B main. Remember, we're only going to transfer 2 to the B main. David Holman right there on the bumper of the number 1 car of Michael Wendt. Eight-lap schedule in this C-main event for the IB Benedict Pure Stocks. Well, there it is. Just like I suspected, or just like David Holman hoped, something would happen, and there it is. He's got a transfer spot. Michael Wendt spins his car in turn 2. David Holman slides by. And your winner in the 2 car, Brian Enos, followed by the 70 car of David Holman. In 3rd place, doing a fine job tonight in the 20 car, Chris Whitney. And in the 67 car, 4th place, that's Jeff Saunders. And the players are as follows. In the number 75 car, he's from Stockton. That's David Holman's baby boy. That's Chad Holman. Chad is brought to you by Cotman's Transmissions, with special thanks to Leonard and Dick and Mom Dina, and special thanks to Big Ben. In the 11 car from Valley Springs, that's Tracy Bolin, and he's brought to you by Bolin Builders and ALL Roofing Materials. In the 31 car from Lodi, that's Jeff Hall. Jeff is brought to you by A Better Specialty, Alpine Meat, Stockton Wheel, The Graphics Touch, and Country Club Cleaners. And the number 9 car from Lodi. She just won her heat race earlier on this evening. She's on a roll tonight. Maybe get a trophy dash under her belt. Could happen. From Lodi, she's brought to you by Sears Automotive, Johnson's Auto Graphics, Charlie's High Performance Machine, Building Concepts, Mike's Color Shop, and she says special thanks to all my fans for their support. That's Cindy Freitas. Come on, where are all these fans at? Cindy Freitas. That's a little better. Just wondering if this thing was on. Yes. Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash for the IB Benedict Pure Stock Series Subway Sandwiches. That's right, the way a sandwich should be, with over 100 Modesto, Stockton, and Sacramento locations to serve you. I'd like to introduce our starter tonight. One of our starters out there tonight is John Moreland. I don't know if John can hear me. He's got the radios on. Probably listening to one of our track stations here. Maybe 103, Cat Country. Tracy Boland jumped out in front of this IB Benedict Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash. Chad Holman made a gallant effort to get around the 9 car. Didn't quite pull it off. Little bump and rub off of turn 2. And there's your winner in the 11 car from Valley Springs, Tracy Boland. Followed by the number 9 car of Cindy Freitas. In 3rd place, Chad Holman. And 4th place, the 31 car, Jeff Hall. Division, and the players are as follows. In the number 57 car from Lodi, brought to you by Brandon Tire, Meeks Building Center, Cherokee Auto Body, Galswick Racing, BJ McDonald, heads by Steve and Davis Motorsports. That's Mike Garcia. In the number 8 car, the track record holder, 2-time Street Stock champion, 1-time Pro Stock champion. He's brought to you by Valamet Incorporated, Rad Trucking, JM Water Truck Rentals, Finish Line Trophy and Sign Company, B&R Automotive, Off-Road Enterprises, A1 Transmission, Prax Air, Charlie's Day and Night, Lock Service, Stockton Industrial Supply Company, Valley Rubber and Gasket, that's Kerry Treadway. In the number 38 car from Manteca, he's brought to you by TP Ranch, Mana Ranch, Accept Carpets, Mormon's Water System, Grasso Carpet Cleaning, that's Joe Hilton. And in the 11 car from Lodi, brought to you by Aurora Body Works, Marina Boat Sales, Giant Tires, Transmissions by Hal, The Exhaust Pros, Honda Marine, and Crestline Boats. That's Mike Monez. Pro Stocks look like late models. They're not. Those are Pro Stocks. 2-barrel carburetors, 9-inch Ford rear ends, no quick change. Well, let's see if Joe Hilton can pull off 2 trophy dashes in a row. Last week he was the winner. And it looks pretty good so far. But it's never over till it's over. We'll have to wait and see. There's the checkered flag and your winner in the 38 car from Manteca, Joe Hilton. Followed by the 11 car, Mike Moniz. In third place, Kerry Treadway. And in fourth place, the 57 car of Mike Garcia. Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash time for the Grand American Modifieds. And the players are as follows. In the 13 car from Stockton, brought to you by Wint Construction, B&R Automotive, Tiger Powder Coating, transmissions by Hal. That's Sean Wenzel. In the 75 car from Modesto, brought to you by Medina Wood Products, Wilcox Electric, Process Specialties, High-Tech Horizontal, Apex Powder Coating, Signature Signs, Horsepower by Ted, and Davis Motorsports. That's Eddie Wilcox. In the 91 car from Stockton, brought to you by Stacy Plastering, Off-Road Enterprises, The Graphics Touch, James Polk Auto Body, that's Steve Stacy. And the 24 car, he's from Stockton. He's brought to you by Quick Products, Contractors Equipment Service, Grand Auto Sales, Donaldson Tire Company, Teltec, A1 Transmissions in Brentwood, and Kramer's Garage. That's Ted Harrison. Ted Harrison way out front, looking for his first Trophy Dash win of the season. And there's your winner in the 24 car from Stockton. Seasoned veteran midget driver switching over to the Grand American Modifieds, Ted Harrison. In second place from Stockton, the number 91 car of Steve Stacy. And in third place, the number 75 car, Eddie Wilcox. And fourth place, the number 13 car, Sean Wenzel.
Well, as we have our trophy girl, Lisa Goodian, go over to the 11 car of Tracy Boland, present the Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash plaque. Got the photo op going on there. Take this opportunity to give a big hand to Tracy Boland. And now Lisa moving over to the 24 car with Mr. Ted Harrison. believe that's Ted's first Trophy Dash win in a Grand American Modified. Ted has many Trophy Dash wins in the midget division that he raced in previously to moving up to the Grand American Modified division here at Stockton. We're glad to have him. And now how about it, Stockton? A big hand for Ted Harrison. And as we make our way over to the number 38 car and Joe Hilton from Manteca, I think this is getting to be kind of familiar for Joe. You were here last week, Joe. Back again in Winner's Circle. Once again, a big hand for Joe Hilton. On the pole, then a number 5 car from Stockton, it's Romp and Rich Harper. On the outside in the 7 car from Galt, that's Eric Grafe. Second row inside in the 92 car, that's Big Jim Llewellyn. And from Modesto in the 15 car, that's Charlie Clausen. And the number 66 car from Stockton, that's Ken Ratcliffe. In the number 68 car, he's from Stockton, that's Ray Bird. And the big yellow truck out there from Stockton, that's Alan Plowman. The 31R car is driven tonight by Rodney Tripp. And the number 2 car tonight is driven by Brian Enos. And in the 70 car, that's David Holman. Hey, it looks like we missed one. Don't want to miss him in the 23 car. That's Dustin Himes. Going to transfer 4 out of this B-main event to the A-main. Bump and rub back in the pack there, the 92 car. Jim Llewellyn. Looks like the 66 and the 15 had a Llewellyn sandwich going on there. there's the checkers. And your winner in the 7 car from Galt, Eric Grape. Followed by the 66 car. 66 car is Ken Radcliffe. In 3rd place, the number 92 car, Big Jim Llewellyn. And in 4th place, the number 5 car, Ron Van Ridge Harper. There's a happy camper right there, and a transferee to the A main, going to transfer 4, top 4. So as you see it on the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series leaderboard, those guys are going to go to the main event. And now, starting from the back of the field in the number 66 car, he's from Stockton. He's brought to you by Valley Truck Accessories, Arts Auto Wreckers, Robert Jones, and D'Antoni's Custom Truck Works. And special thanks to the sign shop. That's Ken Ratcliffe. In the number 92 car. In the number 92 car from Manteca. He's brought to you by Burns Towing, Pete's Muffler, Discount Ag Parts, Costa's Automotive, and special thanks to Ron McCall and Dave Belrose. Please give it up for Big Jim Llewellyn. In the number 5 car, he's from Stockton. He's sponsored by The Graduate Restaurant and Bar, Wild Stripes Designs, JB Body and Paint, Muffler Tech of Stockton, TC Baskin Towing, V&B Body Shop, Alpine Roofing, Riley & Sons Racing Fabrication, and special thanks to Barbara Jones. Please give it up for Rompin Ridge Harper. In the number 7 car, he'd like to wish his daughter Kendra a happy birthday today. He's from Galt. He's brought to you by Galt Sign and Screen Printing, Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Sandberg Hayes Chiropractic, Grapevine Type and Design, Radial Tire of Elk Grove, Machine Service and Parts. Please give it up for Eric Grafe. In the number 3 car, from Manteca, brought to you by Osborne Lumber Company of Newark, Bay County's Diesel Service of Fremont, Burns Towing of Manteca, Hassett Construction of Fremont, and Graham Racing of Manteca. Please welcome Stephen Hall. In the number 10 car, she's from Lodi. She is brought to you by Ron Batch Farms, B&D Floor Covering, Sherry's Hair Shop, and special thanks to her husband David and to Mom and Dad. Please welcome Amy Sullivan. From Galt, in the number 60 car, brought to you by JM Seal Coat and Paving, Horizon Community Church, Becker and Hamilton Homes, HP Engine, DH Wind Trucking, Galt Commercial Tire, Anderson Racing, Lockford Materials, Lamppost Pizza, Gary's Signs, Big Bob's Carpets, Robin's Door, and special thanks to Big Daddy John Medina. Please welcome Stacy Medina. In the number 9 car, she is brought to you by Building Concepts, Dick's Newsstand in Tracy, Mike's Color Shop, and special thanks to Jerry, also Sears Automotive, and Johnson's Auto Graphics. And she wants to thank all of her fans for their support. Please give it up for Cindy Freitas. Moving over to the 43 car, he's brought to you by Habanero Hots Restaurant, Advanced Auto Works, Gorilla Sheds, Don's Radiator, Lodi Classics and Auto Body, Gorilla Graphics, Keller Machine and Manufacturing, And in Tony Springs and Suspension from Lodi, California, please give it up for Brian Clark. And the number 93 car from Manteca, brought to you tonight by All City Automotive, Burns Towing, Ronman Commercial Installers, Lindsay Fence Company, and special thanks to Big Dave and family. Please put your hands together for Mike Graham. He is from Manteca. He's in the 90 car, the 97 car that is. He's brought to you by Harold W. Thompson, Cardina's Landscape Construction, AdArt. Special thanks to Mitch Frisk and Grandma and Grandpa Solari Racing. Please give it up for Danny Gabor. In the number 31 car, he is all the way from Lodi. He's brought to you by A Better Specialty, Alpine Meat, Stockton Wheel, Rick's Chevron, Goodyear, Doble Construction, The Graphics Touch, Country Club Cleaners, Vision Printing, John L. Holler, DDS, Muffler Tech, Plumbers Collision Center, Tokay Rain and Gutters, and Maintenance. Please welcome to the track, Jeff All. In the number 6 car, from Galt, brought to you by JM Seal Coat and Paving, HP Engine, Becker and Hamilton Homes, Galt Commercial Tire, DH Wind Trucking, Lockford Materials, Anderson Racing, Lockford Motorsports, Big Bob's Carpet, Fancy Critters, Lamppost Pizza, Robbins Doors, Gary Signs, and Galt Frosty. That's Stacy Medina's husband. That's John Medina. In the 21 car, from Morgan Hill, brought to you by ALL Roofing Materials and Bolin Builders. Please give it up for Tom Bolin. In the number 8 car, from Stockton, he's brought to you tonight by Miracle Auto Painting, The Sign Shop, Mike's Tires, Orlando's, and Champion Gymnastics Academy. Please welcome Kenai Scantlin. In the 28 car, he's from Stockton. He's brought to you tonight by Lodi Storall, Robert Greenmeyer Backhoe Service, KFC of Wilson Way, Salisbury's Market, The Graphic Touch, Don's Muffler in Lodi, H. Wayne Johnson Construction, California Glass, AIM Manufacturing, Napa Auto Parts, and once again, special thanks to Stacy Greenmeyer, driving the 28 car from Stockton, Doug Lane. In the number 11 car, brought to you by ALL Roofing Materials and Bolin Builders from Valley Springs. Please give it up for Tracy Bolin. Moving over to the 75 car from Stockton, with special thanks to Leonard and Dick and his mom Dina and wife Gina. He's brought to you by Cotman's Transmission. And special thanks to Big Ben. Please give it up for Chad Holman. In the number 40 car, he's from Galt. He's brought to you by Premier Drywall, JM Seal Coat and Paving, JD Auto Body, Davis & Son Roofing, La Hacienda, and Gary Signs, along with McSparran Auto Glass and Perfect Balance Day Spa. Please welcome Ray Davis. And on the pole tonight, in the number 4 car, from Stockton, brought to you by Brackett's Garage of Lodi, Dunbar's, Repco Tow, and Transmissions by Hal. Please give it up for Tom Dahl. And that is your field for the IB Benedict main event for the Pure Stock Division. once again. On the pole, Tom Dahl. On the outside of Tom Dahl is Ray Davis. Wreck off of turn 4. Chad Holman out there like a pinball, get punched. I counted 3 times. 3 times around, but that car is still driving around the racetrack. How about it? Big wreck off of turn 4.